Good morning, everybody. So, at the very outset, I would like to welcome one and all and sundry, on this grand fiesta, the 75th Independence Day of independent India. Ladies and gentlemen, most honorable chief guest of today's grand fiesta, most reverend principal of this prestigious temple of learning, Dr. Mudit Saxena, all the erudite and sagacious teaching and non-teaching staff of this premier educational institution, and my lovable, staid, affable, adroit, tiny thoughts of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Kapasida, East Mednipur, West Bengal. Very, very good morning to everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen and my dear children, India is celebrating her 75th Independence Day in a glorious manner in every nook and cranny of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot staunchly and obstinately deny the verity that India attained her independence after much bloodshed, after sacrifices of thousands and thousands of patriotic, barbaric people. And those patriots, they left no stone unturned to materialize their plans into reality. And finally, they succeeded in their endeavor to translate their dreams into reality. Today we are here. We are free from the bondage of intimidation, oppression, tyranny, torture from the Britishers. As we know, the Britishers ruled over our country for about 200 years, ladies and gentlemen. And many Indians, they came out to the street and raised their voice and showed demonstrated protest in large numbers, in vast multitude, and due to their sacrifices, their tireless efforts and relentless endeavor, India attained her independence. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and people in every nook and corner of the country, they have been celebrating Independence Day in a colorful and befitting manner, ladies and gentlemen. Every household, the gleefulness, the blissfulness, the gaiety, the rejoice, the delight, all these things are ubiquitous in each and every household today, because on this day 75 years back, long back in 15 August 1947, India attained her independence. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot go to oblivion the contribution and sacrifices of thousands and thousands of Indians who played a pivotal role, an anchor role, a key role for our freedom struggle. Let me name the great freedom fighters like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and his Indian National Army Azad Hind Fauj. Next, Khudiram Bose, who was hanged to death. Next, Binoy Badal Dinesh. Then Bhagat Singh. Then Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man. Then Lala Lajpat Rai. Then Rani Lakshmi Bai, Matangini Hajra. Then we have tons and tons of Indians everywhere, in every corner of the country. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who advocated the doctrines of truth and non-violence, again fearlessness, and instill and imbibe in the mindset of the Indians fearlessness. There should not be any meanness, phobia, fear in the mindset of the people. So he led his campaign and he succeeded in the long run. Jawaharlal Nehru, Jagjivan Ram, then Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, and many tons of people, they contributed enormously, immensely for our freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, we should not forget the contribution of Gopinath Bordoloi. We should not forget the contribution of A.K. Chanda of Silchar. We should not forget the contribution of late Ratindranath Sen and many people of Karimganj. So people from every corner of the country, they contributed immensely for the freedom of the country. That's why for their relentless effort, India attained her independence, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Constitution of India declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. In our country, there are many castes, many religions, many cultures, many races, but we are all Indians. So this feature, this salient feature, unity in diversity, is omnipresent in our country, ladies and gentlemen. Our democracy is the largest democracy of the globe. People in every corner of the globe, they extol and eulogize the Indian democracy. Indians are everywhere in the world and they are showcasing their latent talents and potential in every field, ladies and gentlemen. In IT sector, in agricultural sector, in all the sectors, the country has been flourishing and developing. And after a few years, India will achieve her goal. It will become indubitably the most developed country of the globe, ladies and gentlemen. So, in defense sector, in IT sector, in medical sector, in health sector, in health sector, in every sector, this country has been flourishing and developing due to the tireless efforts of their people, of the country and countrymen. Patriotic fervor must develop in each and every Indian, ladies and gentlemen. The scientists of ISRO have been toiling, slogging, day in and day out, from morn to night, round the clock. And they succeeded in their endeavor to send spaceship. They succeeded in their endeavor to explore the new world, to switch over to the other planets, and they have been trying their level best to translate their dreams into reality, ladies and gentlemen. A day will come when India will reach to planets like Mars and others. The day will come when India will succeed to land its spaceship and its people on the surface of the moon, ladies and gentlemen. So, in every aspect, India has been developing, has been progressing, advancing. Now, one thing I would like to tell you, that in spite of lot of merits, still this country is lagging behind. We have many lacunas, many shortcomings and many loopholes, ladies and gentlemen. Many people across the country are still unemployed. Many impoverished and underprivileged folk, men folk and women folk, are still ubiquitous in the country. So, we should leave no stone unturned to provide employment facilities for every Indian, ladies and gentlemen. The women folk of the country, they are also progressing at the same pace, and they are not far behind. All the superstitious views have been wiped out from the minds of the rural people, those who are inhabitants of the hamlets, ladies and gentlemen. Since we are living in the age, in the era of scientific revolution, since we are living in the era of IT revolution, ladies and gentlemen, now digital technology has been incorporated everywhere in the globe, and India is also utilizing her available resources for progressing in this sector too, ladies and gentlemen. So, with a view to ameliorating and alleviating the unabated sufferings and afflictions and misfortunes of the ordinary people, of the rank and file, of the riffraff, the government have been trying heart and soul for developing all the fields, in all the fields, and a day will come when India will become the mightiest nation of the globe, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we should not forget that what happened when the Britishers ruled our country. They intimidated, they tortured the innocent Indians, and they eliminated, they exterminated the poor people of our country in vast multitude, forgetting, going to oblivion all the ethics, all the moralities. So the modus operandi of organizing today's grand fiesta, the grand extravaganza, the platinum jubilee of India's freedom struggle is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Plant trees and wipe out the pollution which is everywhere. Don't litter filthy substances, squalid substances everywhere in your neighborhood. Try to inspire the people, motivate the people, and develop education. As Swami Vivekananda said many years back, education is the manifestation of the divine perfection already there in man. Ladies and gentlemen, religion is truth, and truth religion, as the great saints uttered many years back. Ladies and gentlemen, myself, Debarshi, does urge upon all the Indians to maintain, to keep a good rapport, to maintain understanding, fraternity, and unity, amity among ourselves, and then only India will become the most developed country of the world. All the differences should be mitigated in no time. There are many perpetrators, unscrupulous and profane people, those who are trying their level best to spoil, to mar the unity of our countrymen. There should not be any division, any discrimination, any bias, any prejudice so far as the various religions and various sections of the people living in societal life is concerned, ladies and gentlemen. So all the people should be treated uniformly, and India everywhere in all the fields, as we know, in recently held Commonwealth Games, India got 4th position in the medal tally, securing 61 medals in total, which brought glory, laurels and accolades in the arena of games and sports, ladies and gentlemen. To err is human, and an era of reawakening or rebirth is afoot, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, during yesteryears, in the olden times, during bygone days, Renaissance or rebirth was there in European nations, in the European continent, as well as in India, as well as in India also. So in Asian continent, including India. So we will again leave no stone unturned to unite the Indians under one umbrella and make the country the mightiest country, the most developed country in the world. So we should not forget the contributions of the martyrs, thousands of martyrs. We should not forget the contribution of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, and many people, Rani Lakshmibai, and many people, and for whom today we can raise our hand, will not stoop down, will not bow down our heads before the foreign invaders, ladies and gentlemen. So, in order to maintain solidarity, harmony, peace, and amity, all the Indians should be united. There should not be any differences, okay? There should not be any hatred, attitude. People must be immaculate, pristine, unsoiled, unstunted, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me wind up here. Jai